Hey there. Okay, this is video number 31 overall, but this will be video number 15 of module 2. And in this particular video, we're going to talk about the momentum indicator. So let's go back to our navigator panel. But the next one on the list was the market facilitation index, and I can tell you right now it's too confusing for me to even understand, and I won't bore your time with you to try and understand it as well. Alright, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So the next one on the list is the momentum. Okay, now I'm going to leave this black, and I'm going to do quite a bit thickness on there, and the rest will be fine. We do have levels. I might change the levels to red so you can see it. We don't actually have any levels priced in actually. No, we don't have any levels priced in. Now the levels area is basically where you can go ahead and add a certain area in the market on this particular indicator to pinpoint when to go long and when to go short. Right, this is not really the best. This takes a little bit of thinking outside the box. So what I will do is I'll try and find a mean average of all the high points, and then I'll try and find a mean average of all the low points, and then I will start trying to work out what's happening with the market after that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and place a horizontal line tool and look at the high points, and to my best to try and bisect them as best as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to find all of the low points, and I'm going to do the same thing again. Now I'm trying to find a high and a low of this particular indicator. Alright, I'm not worried about these highs or what have you, I'm just trying to find a mean average. Alright, and I think that might just do it for us. This looks pretty good. Alright. Now the reason why I've done that is because I wanted to try and work out when the market moves, when it reaches a certain point, using the momentum indicator. Now no one else is going to show you like this. I mean, I'm a really out of the box thinker, and if you're an out of the box thinker as well, I mean, you're going to do really well because you'll come up with different ways that I might not have even come up with that might suit you better. Alright, but here is how I'll go and try and find signals off of this. Okay, now anything, I would use this line here, this top line, to represent overbought areas, and this bottom line to represent oversold areas. And when the market breaks this top line, as it's gone up and it starts doing its stuff, it's going up above, and as soon as it breaks, I will go short. Now how do I know to go short? Well, I try to look for patterns. As I say, when you're trading, everything you see are all the same patterns that emerge over and over again. It's just a matter of identifying them. Okay, so here you can see where it dips and then the market dips. That's great, that's what we want. Alright, and then we want an area where the market breaks. Now also, when it breaks from above to high, you can actually break and go long there as well, but you can also go long at the bottom, but we'll have to try and work out if this is going to work well for us. So here we can see that this particular pattern, where it broke and it did in fact go up higher, so that's great, that's what we're looking for. Here it broke here, and did it go down after a while, or did it go down immediately? Well, yeah, it did go down. The market for a brief period, it came down a little bit from there to there, 187 pips. Now mind you, this is a daily time frame that I'm working on right now. Okay, we see it dip, and then it tries to climb and go back up again, but we can see, we can use these points and look back to the far left to see if this was going to go up anymore, but it doesn't look like it had at this particular instance. Okay, we also get a nice candle formation pattern happening right here, which is the bearish engulfing pattern, which is a good signal. We get a confirmation on the second bar here, and plus we get the momentum indicator also letting us know that we can go short as well, because it's just broke the top bar of the bar. Alright, and when it comes down, when it gets down to here, we now know that we're in oversold territory. Okay, and this will be our indication to close that short trade when it reaches the bottom part. And then when it breaks and goes above the this bottom line, it could be time to go long. But I would preferably go short here. It really depends. I think I'm kind of cheating here because I'm using candle formations to try and pinpoint. So let's try and do it without candles for you just to practice off. Yeah, go ahead anyway and try going short at the top bar and long at the bottom bar. Now, another thing that you can do as well is to try and, your best of your ability, is to find a midpoint between the top and the middle. Alright, and you can change this a different color if you want to. Alright, I'm just going to change this for black for argument's sake. Okay, and this could be used as your buy or sell trigger. Alright, rather than using the top and bottom lines. So here we've got a trigger. As you can see, this is coming down, and when it starts to pierce back up again, you really want to ignore it. You want to get a clearer signal. Maybe wait for it to completely go down to the bottom and then go long. Alright, but here is a long signal for that bottom bar, and it doesn't really go long, does it? It kind of comes down. Alright, but here is a section here where we could have taken a long trade, and it does on the very beginning of that bar, and it goes up 220 pips. Again, this is over the daily time frame. Alright, where to close it out? Well, we would use previous supports and resistance levels. Now, considering that the price will be below, we're looking for a previous resistance, which will be here, these two candles here. We can come down a smaller time frame, maybe the 4-hour time frame, and then we'll see if we can get any more clearer signals of the 4-hour time frame. Now, with the 4-hour time frame, your numbers are going to be a little bit different. Alright, you would need to adjust these lines to suit that particular time frame. Okay, another thing that you can do as well is get rid of the top bands and the bottom bands and just concentrate on this middle one, and just really again try to trace your eye to the point where it went long. So here is where it went long, so there's a point where it went long. Here's another point where it went long, and it went long there as well. So if it bounces off that line, you can go back long again. Here is another area where it went short, and it went short right there. And just basically look for those patterns. Alright, and then just pinpoint the next low or the next high, depending on which direction you're going in as you take profits. But again, for the most part, I mean, this momentum indicator is not the best to use, but try and practice with this indicator for at least 2 days before moving on to the next one. Alright, and I mean, the public's rule of thumb is saying is that when it goes up higher and then it reverses, it's your time to go the other way. Alright, but I would use support and resistance levels in conjunction with this indicator to give you an idea. Like here we got the trend line tool here, and this is the point where the market got rejected, and then we can get our crosshair tool out and see basically where it was that the market came down, and it came down right there. So we could possibly put a line tool in there for the time being, and then see if this works for other sell trades. Alright, where's another sell trade opportunity? So around about here is another one, but did we get that indication to go short? No, we didn't. Where's another indication to go short? I would say around about there. So again, we don't get any kind of indication to go short right there. So you need to persevere and try and match up instances with these horizontal trend lines on the bottom part, and try and work out when the market went up, at what point could you actually use these trend lines as a trigger. But yeah, you know, play around with it, see how you get on, and then move on to the next video.